Hello everyone. For today's devotion entitled Call as Accepting an Imperfect Person, and the memory text is taken from book of Romans chapter 5 verse 8. God demonstrated his own love towards us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. This verse tells us that Christ died for us even though we were sinners. The best words in this verse is while. He died for me while I, David, was still rebellious and hostile to the things of God. We are to love our spouse in the same way Christ loved us. We are to love them even though they are imperfect and sinful. How do you do that? You ask. By reflecting on the fact that He first loved us. Most couples go through severe stages in their marriage before they are reaching to the ability to commit to the loving a real and admittedly imperfect person. It takes a while for some couples to stop trying to change one another and to choose to accept one another while both are still sinners. Which stage are you in? The romantic stage? You see your spouse as perfect, as everything you need. The bargaining stage. Your spouse surely isn't perfect and you will change if your spouse does. The coercive stage. You will change your spouse whether or not he or she likes it. And desperation stage. You give up trying to change your spouse believing that person will never change. And the romantic realism. You are finally at the point where you can live out Romans chapter 5 verse 8 and love your spouse who sees and admits his or her own imperfection. This stage of marriage is summed up with all kinds of vows. I take you to my spouse with full knowledge that you will sometimes disappoint me gravely and hurt me deeply. In spite of all your weaknesses and failures, I commit myself to loving you. I am able to do this because of the acceptance of Jesus Christ who loved me and died for me while I was still sinners. For today's prayer, Heavenly Father, keep me aware that real love is an unconditional commitment to an imperfect person. The question has come to us, in what way can you demonstrate unconditional love for your spouse? Thank you all. May God bless.